Okay guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're inside of Diablo 4 and we have got so much more information with new hotfixes that got slipped in nerfing the Necromancer. Now for somebody like me who's actually playing the Necromancer as solo, this is quite disappointing to say the least. We've got loads of other information including the Shaco bug, and we have got some stuff from the community themselves. So with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Now with that being said, let's dive on in to some news. So starting off with the Shaco bug, as we know, over the last 24 hours or so we had the main patch update where they put uniques into the Helltide chests. Now this actually procced a really big bug where everybody was getting drops upon drops of uniques for days on end, and it got pretty much slammed straight off the bat. If you don't know anything about that, we did a video yesterday, feel free to check it out, annotation in the top right now. But one thing that I didn't actually think of was a post right here that has quite clearly posted it out, stating, don't be upset about the Shaco bug, be upset that Helltide chests weren't dropping uniques. This I didn't even think about until after they managed to nerf it down, but how many of you wasted your countless hours farming Helltides to find that unique item for your build? How many chests have you opened only to find some garbage gear? I've been grinding Helltides for 2 weeks targeting farming gloves with absolutely zero unique drops. It makes sense now. The Shaco bug isn't the tragedy here. The tragedy is that the endgame content had absolutely zero chance to drop the best items in the game. You would have had better luck just running the same dungeon over and over, and this makes me especially salty since the dev team specifically mentioned Helltides and Nightmare dungeons as endgame content to farm for the BIS gear, aka best in slot gear. Why even have the Helltide if it couldn't drop best in slot gear? At least it can drop uniques now, even if it is a month too late. That is absolutely mental, because I had never actually thought of that. But the Helltides have been completely irrelevant, and bar maybe some just random gear that you'd want to fill out your loot, this was absolutely not going to work for you. This is crazy to think that they actually made some endgame content that didn't even drop the best gear in the game. It's absolutely mental to think that they even bothered with Helltides, considering it couldn't drop the uniques. So it is a month too late, but near on, at least it's been done now, I suppose. It's just frustrating that they kept that one quite under wraps. Next up, we have got Pez Radar, community manager, actually states a nice little post here in Twitter, and he comes up with a really interesting one saying, our second hotfix for the day is now live. This brings Uber uniques items back into the game. And that's right, we did say second. Now the reason that this was quite funny to talk about, because we'll get into this one in just a second, we had one prior to this, the hotfix that came early on in the day, which had class changes to the Necromancer. Now this actually enhanced Blood Lance that now pierces up to a maximum of 10 enemies, and aspect of Hungry Blood now fires up to a maximum of 3 Blood Lances per second. Now developer mode in this one is quite funny, but he states this is indeed a nerf to Blood Lance, but Blood Lance has been so good for Necromancers that it has been crashing the game. This is temporarily solved while the team works the way the legendary aspect will function, and we expect this change sometime in season 1 or shortly after, which baffles me beyond belief. Essentially what they're saying is if you want to run a Necromancer, you're going to be running it at its lowest format for the whole of season 1 if they don't do it until shortly after. That seems like an awfully long time to rectify such a small problem. The problem with this is where I don't understand it, is they say that they don't like to change certain things in between seasons. I really don't get it, but there's no way we can wait 3 months for you to fix this issue. That seems like an awfully long time. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking about this, because I just do not like it at all. They also made a few other changes, gameplay changes, where the first Whisper cache you acquire will now always grant a Nightmare Sigil, and bug fixes where further stability improvements. The stability seems to be quite good now. I'm actually quite happy with the way that the game plays, and the stuttering and the jittering has now come down to a bare minimum. It's pretty good, I guess, and it's just one of those where I think that they've just wanted to make sure that they fix it, and that's just something that they needed to get done. It's done now, I guess. You can now play the game in the way you should have been able to in the beginning. Anywho, Pez Radar goes on to do the second post with the second hotfix of the day, which is where they fixed an issue where the uber unique items had a unintended higher chance to drop from Helltide chests. this is a little bit bad because actually the wording for it is horrendous. They actually now did drop from Helltide chests, but developer note was, with the above change, we have re-enabled unique drops in Diablo 4. In total, we have discovered that only 142 accounts obtained an Uber unique between the launch of 1.0.4 and when we disabled Uber unique items from the game in the evening of July 6th. We do not plan on removing these items from the accounts. In future, we may need to take action to maintain fairness within the game when a bug or exploit impacts the gameplay of others. Gameplay changes. Helltide chests now have a chance to drop any unique and not be restricted to specific item slot limitations for any chest. This is really interesting. The fact that he even had to state in there they don't plan on removing it, but to keep things fair, they may have to when a bug or exploit impacts the gameplay of others. It is absolutely crazy to think that this is what we're experiencing inside of the game right now. I know that they are kind of like extremely rare items, and I fully understand that, but if you lot messed up, that's not our fault. I really don't know how you can word it otherwise. Now, there was another developer note at the bottom that says, with the above change, players will now be able to find unique items from all Helltide chests. Uber unique items also have a chance to be found from all chests. For me, this is a skeptical one because realistically we should have always been able to find them, and just because they messed up and did the coding wrong or whatever it is that they did wrong on their end, the back end of it meant that it was dropping more of them than normal. Why the hell would you have to even specifically state that you may have to take things away when a bug or exploit impacts other players? Like, that's your fault, that's not ours. Next up, they made another stealth change where Blizzard changed the title for 25 PvP kills from Predator to Enemy, which is pissing a lot of people off. People are not too happy about this one at all. Whether it is because it doesn't sound as cool or not, we don't know. Obviously, some people are having fun with this in the comment sections below, so you can imagine how bad that one is. And it states right here in a post, I like the Season 1 content, but we're going to be done with our character at 80 level again. My biggest problem with the game is leveling from around 75 to 100. There is no real goal, only Uber Lilith. As we do not get New World Tier or some other mechanic, is this going to be the same boring leveling for no reason? What do you guys think? I'm not going to put an answer to that one. I'm going to leave that one to you guys to answer down in the comment section below. I think it's an interesting question, and I definitely know what I think. I may even put my answer in the comment section for you guys, just to shorten the video off a little bit. If you haven't already though, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. That's all we've got time for today. A really interesting week in the world of Diablo 4, and I'm really not looking forward to seeing where they go next, as some of the decisions don't seem to be the greatest. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces. Like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.